Hey guys, good evening everyone. Welcome back to my channel. This is Miss Jaydee once again for our March 30th stock market analysis. In this video, I will review your favorite stocks in the Philippine market and will also try to dissect or understand how the index performed today. So if this is the type of video you want to follow every single day, feel free to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you're always updated whenever I have new videos. And I do this every single day. Okay, feel free to drop a comment like what the others did today. Okay, so we have here Renato actually just 3 minutes ago, very timely Renato. He requested CLI, RCR, and MWC. And he said, thanks and more power to you. Thank you, Renato. Another one from Joseph Suzuki. Okay, so we'll review MPI and Kenneth requested his stocks yesterday. Actually, these are the stocks he requested. So, yeah, you're welcome, Kenneth. And he said, hoping for an inverted head and shoulders for Meg. Okay, we'll try to revisit Meg as well. See, just curious how the stock performed today. Right, so these are the stocks we'll be reviewing. At the same time, let's first check how the index performed today. All right, so well, looks like interesting that the index is following the uptrend channel that we have right here. And I mentioned the other day, or was it yesterday, that looks like this is now creating a brand new support around the MA20 line, and that's something we like, considering that we have officially crossed these past two red candlesticks. At first, I was on the bearish side, on the conservative side. I said it could be a slight overshoot, but with this green candlestick respecting the MA20 line, so I was thinking that it is now on the verge of continuing to the upside, given that yesterday you had a good volume. So indeed today we had that green, but not that significant as of yet, because it's just 0.21%. At the same time, the foreign buying is just not that much. And what's nice here though is it is respecting now the MA20 line as our support. So I think it's official. We have a new support. We've broken out of that MA20 as a resistance. And it's nice because there's still a lot of room, or yeah, a lot of room for it to continue to the upside. So what does this mean? It means that our major stocks in the country are already starting to accelerate. Um, we might see a lot of them moving to the upside or bouncing or reversing, whatever term you'd like to use. Okay, so let us uh, dive into the request of Renato, CLI. CLI. Hmm. Okay, nice volume for the past, well, March 24th and 27th. That's one thing I noticed right away. And it is sustaining it. It is maintaining that movement above the MA20 line. And each time, so we were able to move up, right? And then it dropped. But the drop, considering the drop here is a bit, noticeable, the volume is not that much. See that? So you moved up significant volume, but the retracement or people who took profit, the volume of the people who exited during this day is not that much. See that? At the same time, we stayed flat here. It is respecting the MA20 line as the support. What I'm seeing here is that people who are invested in here are holding on to their positions. Okay, so I know CLI is one of the uh, stable company. They have a lot of subdivisions, properties, yeah, real estate properties, or they're developing properties in Cebu, There's also in Bacolod, and I'm not 100% sure of all the projects, but they have developed a lot of projects. So take the time to read the news, yeah, and PSE Edge. You will understand the performance of the company. You will have a solid understanding of the fundamentals as well as the projects that they currently have ongoing. Okay, so look at this based on the last performance. It's 43.24% for the net income. Total revenue 3.55 billion. So positive year for 2021, but we don't have the report yet for 2022. Okay, so overall, let's see the potential. If you're to stay long term on this stock, what do you have? At one point, it even reached as high as 4. This was back in June of 2021. Oh, interesting. They also give out dividend right here. So around approximately 4%. When was this? 2022. Oh, they also have a scheduled dividend. So 1 plus 5, 5, 6, 7%. So if you like this stock, I mentioned previously, I am showing interest now in stocks that do give out dividend. Okay, so something to watch out for. I think this is a good one, right? This is really good timing. X date is April 13th. That means if you are still considering this stock, make sure to enter before the 13th because the system will recognize all the holders the first minute of the 13th. But if you are just going to enter on that day, then you are already excluded, right? Payment date is on the 28th. So uh, yeah, I think 260, wherever it is at right now, if you're looking at long term. So you already have the facts with you. Look at the historical performance of the company. They're consistent in their earnings. They do give out dividend as well. So look at this. In 2022, this is also the ideal picture that we want to see with regards to dividend paying stocks. We want their dividend to grow over time. Look, in 2022, 1.27% plus 3.75. So 3, 4, around 5, right? 3%, 3.75, 4, 5%. But now in 2023, 5.98 plus 1.20. See that? See the difference? So imagine 3 to 4 years from now, how much will the dividend yield would be? And where will the price be at by that time? So really, I like this stock. Really good candidate for long-term and dividend paying stocks for long-term investing. Good catch here, Renato. RCR RCR, a big drop here, also starting to recover. But let's see. They also have consistent dividend paying stock as well. Also, grabe for this is what traders like. Long wicks. They enter right at the bottom and then intraday they can take profit. But let's see for long-term investing, how does it pan out? So tomorrow is Friday. And in the weekly chart, we have crossed the MA20 line over here. And then somehow looking at it, it is respecting the MA20 level. So my take here is that 5.54, anywhere between 5.54 to 5.88 is a good area to start accumulating. If this one will retrace, In the short term, I will just have to plot Fibonacci retracement. And from here, I will plot it this way. And most likely, if there will be retracement, in this case, for the past 2 days, it is respecting the 5.8T area. Look at that. So now, if you are really going to go by the cent, you can wait for it. But if you're going to go long term anyway, anywhere between the MA20 level and the current price, that is already a good area to start accumulating. Because if anyway you're willing to wait, look at the potential of the stock. Okay, so just at the same time, if you are going to wait for long term, the stock is giving out consistent dividend at the same time. So go ahead and try to compute zero point zero 0.09. This is already 2023, but in 2022, 1.47 plus 1.86, 1.34. All right, see that? Every quarter, looks like every quarter it is giving out dividend. So this is really a good candidate for long term again. Okay, so try to um, accumulate. If there's a pullback, add more. So maybe if you're an employee who are heavily into investing, every payday just add more. And that's what I'm doing too. Every payday, I allocate funds for investing purposes. Right. So that is um, my analysis or insight for RCR. Let's take a look at MWC. MWC. Okay. Nice. Good stocks here. Renato, you are really helping me locate stocks that are good candidates for long-term investing and for dividend play. Tingnan natin to. So in the past, look at this. This used to be a resistance right over here. Paano ba mag-zoom nito? Ayan, plus. So this used to be a resistance. Now it went up and then down and trying to recover this time around. But here, posibleng nag ano na to eh. Pwedeng this one has already bounced, no? Tama. Bounce area niya din is ano, remove up. I'll do this again. Fibonacci retracement right over here. Okay, look at that. It bounced at the 19.86 area. So my take here is that if you are still considering for this stock to, if you're considering to enter this stock, look at these key areas. Just plot your Fibonacci retracement from the bottom right here. Locate if you're using body as your first point. When you drag it all the way up, just use the body. If you are including the wick down below, you also use the wick up there. And in this case, I use just the body. So I am only plotting up to the bodies of the topmost candlestick. So here, anywhere from this point, yeah, if it goes, I don't think so though, because you had a green today. Pero of course, to be sure, abang ka na lang siguro dito, 9.36, no? Anyway, you still have a lot of room for the stock to move up. And also you have dividend right here, April 11, 3%. Okay. So in this situation, medyo still on the verge of recovering pa lang yung market natin. I think this is the perfect time to really start locating high potential stocks that do give out dividend. So, yun yung that is what I'm heavily promoting at the moment. Hindi yung basta-basta lang na nagbibigay ng dividend. Also look at the fundamentals, stocks that you feel are resilient enough that will survive even if there are destabilization, pandemic man, right? So look at this, Manila Water Company. Water. We need that, and that will not, you know, pwede sigurong change in management. It can be acquired by another company, but the business model itself, it's a Manila water. We need water, so basic need. So this is a company that is really meant to, you know, stay long term. Next is let's try to check out MPI. What happened to MPI? Hmm. Okay. Si MPI mukhang nag-resist at the MA20 line, ah. So, just wait siguro baka may continuation to ng pullback. Alright? Baka lang bumalik pa to sa 352. Yeah, baka balik pa siya sa 352. So if you want to get in again at a discounted level, 352 for me is one area to closely monitor and see. Pa-stabilize mo muna. Sometimes it drops like that, stabilize, create siya ng support for several days, and then probably the best picture there is you have a green engulfing candlestick paired with the right volume. Pasok ka kaagad. Okay, so that is what I am looking at in case it drops further down. Okay, so those are the stocks I have reviewed for today. Tingnan natin ng ibang stock. 3305. Ito, tingnan nyo to. I wonder if it'll create the same, tawag nito, the same pattern as how MY did. Okay? Just let me know your thoughts, guys. Paano kaya ang ending nitong SCC? So SCC is scheduled to release their dividend. Uh, ayan ba yan? Wait. On, X date is on the 5th, right? So I wonder, that will be on Wednesday, pero I'm not sure kung holiday na yan. We still have 3 and 4 at bukas pa ulit. 31st. So may 3 days pa kung holiday on Wednesday. I don't know if it'll continue to move up. Let us see something to really observe in the next 3 days. Because we had a gap up here. So normally what happens here is that pag may gap, it will go back to that previous price. Probably babalikan yan here. It's just a matter of it's asking or it's just a matter of time. We don't know, is it going to continue moving up or after kaya ng X date or during the X date babagsak siya, because people who have entered this stock for the purpose of just getting the dividend will most likely exit on the X date. Okay, so tingnan niyo to, all right, may gap siya, no? MWIDE, look at MWIDE, moved up, hindi na siya naka move further up, parang ilang days lang, 1, 2, tapos stabilize na siya dyan. Come X date, bagsak, and even went further down, right? So personally, I was able to enter here and was able to also take advantage of the dividend and still in a position. Uh, but looks like MY is also creating a support right at this area, but tingnan natin if that will be sustained. As you all know, personally, I also am into long-term investing and into dividend. Pero tingnan natin kung tutuloy-tuloy pa siya or magre-recover na siya. Then I will have to decide kung mag-average down or just let it stay there anyway. It's the mentality of the stock that if it will go down, it will also move up, but it's just a matter of when and how committed are you to the stock. So willing ka ba to add more and average down, or you just have to wait to move up? Okay, so let's wait and see. Total, what I can see here is that kung titingnan mo, we're staying flat already in this area. wala na masyado, medyo exhausted na yung selling, pero we are still going to check if that will be, that will be supported or it can be negated. Tingnan natin. Hanggang dito yung support actually. So it's an area, so it could still go further down up to the 2.94 area. So those are my thoughts. SCC, the big question is, susundin kaya niya ang pattern that MWIDE has created? But for the longest time, SCC has been known to consistently give out dividend year on year, and it does give out high dividend yield. So overall, actually, nag-drop to. So there's still an opportunity to move up. Baga, big retracement lang ang nangyari sa SCC. Let us see if it'll continue to move even higher, right? M-wide, ang beauty lang ng M-wide is you are at a very low level. Even if there was a gap down and we're, um, you know, some people who entered just for the purpose of dividend, the amount or the gap between your entry price and where it is at right now, it's not that huge. Dapat lang hindi ma-break ang 3 peso or 2.94 area. But regardless, look at how much it was in the past. Kahit mag-half na lang yan, di ba? If you entered somewhere here, and it goes, let's say, 8 peso level, 3, mag 6 peso level, that's already 100% gain, right? So wait further. I don't know how long you can wait, but it can. What if it goes back here? Imagine your risk to reward ratio is at ideal at this point for MY, right? So I think those are my thoughts. Let me know. We are not, by the way, you might have a different view of things here. You're welcome to make a comment, but know that we have a different profile. My my tolerance is different than how you can tolerate. Yeah, how like how much do you need the money right now? Because the amount that I personally put in the market is the amount that I'm willing to let it stay for a long time. So we all have a different profile. What's right for you may not be right for me. So um, just share your thoughts, anything that can help um, everyone in this journey to the stock market. Okay, so looking forward to your comment and your request if you'd like me to also share my thoughts towards the stock you are closely monitoring or you are invested in. In the meantime, thank you and bye bye for now.